sense. Yeah. Let's delve into the content a little bit more. I understand it's a rock opera. Can you guys tell us more about that?
I guess that's more
How
my area.
be,
He's more
kind
technical.
of
I'm more creative. I don't necessarily know. I mean, it's called a rock opera. It's going off as a rock opera. People consider it a rock opera. It's called The Baker's Zoology. Buy a CD. All proceeds go.
Buy a T-shirt.
Buy a T-shirt. No, buy a CD. It comes out on Saturday. Go to the Stanhope House. The content itself, people call it a rock opera. It's more so, I wrote a song, and then I wrote another song, and then I realized we could link those songs together, just by the way the chords ended at the end, and then we kept writing a couple more songs, and I was like, we should do a whole album like this, like a 10ology, and Jake goes, fuck that, we should do a 12ology, and Joe, the bass player, is over there fixing his bass right now, says, dude, we should do a Baker's Doesology. And I said, not only doing that, that's what it's called.
It really happened like
that's
that.
It's all in that exact flow. It was that quick.
Not even
How many? It's 13 songs?
13.
Right?
Yeah, well, it's 13 movements in one big song.
Song suites, if you will.
So it's not like chapters or...
I mean, to a certain degree, there's common themes.
There are themes, yeah.
There's themes that go across it, and there's a lot of stories that sound disjointed that all come together at the end. And a lot of how it went was accidental. You know, a lot of how the songs were written was, you know, one day we were sitting, there's a song on there called the Cartwheel Challenge from Buffalo to St. Louis, and eventually it becomes a big part of the stories. We were sitting in here, and Jake was being Jake and saying weird things, and saying that he wanted Cirque du Soleil to do his wedding reception. And I said, fuck you, Jake, they're going to do my wedding reception. I'm going to have them on the same day. And he said, do you know how many cartwheels that is from Buffalo to St. Louis? So I said, I'm going to write this song about that, because that's the movement we were up to at that time. So it was all stuff like that. Like, it sort of just happened accidentally. We didn't think about it as we were writing. We sort of just were writing, we would get to the end of something, we would start something else, and then we'd keep going. And then eventually I just had all these like weird story parts that I didn't really even mean to tie together at the end. It just felt natural. Yeah. So the whole thing just sort of came together. And there's some common, some real common themes. Yeah, I would say themes is the right word. Really, most of it's about
subplots. Really,
and there's subplots.
Can you tell us about the story a little bit?
Sure. I mean, the overall themes. I'll say the themes again. Overall themes are really just the monotony of life and being bored with it, which I get to very often. But then I snap myself out of it eventually. And how people blindly follow religion. I know not everybody wants to hear that, but that's something I think about a lot. So that's in there as well. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's a thing, and then it's in there. But the stories themselves. Okay.
Realistically, it's about two guys that come together. Almost the first half is really about like there's parts that are kind of you could really perceive it different ways. But the way that I get it as the guy who's not writing it, who just plays along and heard how he created it, I kind of take it in as like the first half is like kind of mostly about the first guy, Darren, and there's bits and pieces that kind of are universal for everybody though, but it Darren kind of fits that mold, and we get to a very descriptive spoken word movement, a song suite. That's all about Darren and how he his snaps and flees the country and
kills a whole bunch of people and he flees the country. He goes to Venezuela because we don't have extradition with Venezuela.
Exactly.
That's why he goes there, if anybody asks.
And then the second half, like right after that, all of a sudden it snaps into we meet like the cartwheeler, who is really unnamed.
He doesn't have a name.
He's the cartwheeler.
No, he's the cartwheeler.
You don't really get.
It's kind of like a Quentin Tarantino movie. You know?
And then there's kind of bits. There's you get right after Darren's story, you get the cartwheeler story, like and then you get like bits and pieces after that of kind of the cartwheeler and Darren together, not actually together their names but just kind of their
sort of what they're going through, I guess. Right.
Exactly. Yeah. It's very broad in that aspect. Aside from their two specific like song suites or movements.
Yeah. And at the end there's another song suite movement where they
finally meet.
All the songs come together.
The cartwheel. I don't want to give away the plot. Should I give away the plot? I don't want to give away the ending.
Well, tell them where they can come.
You gotta keep them guessing.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep them guessing. So just know that they meet up and some crazy shit happens.
Yes, exactly that.
But yeah, so it's a lot of fun. I hope people enjoy it as much as we enjoy it, really, because we have a great time.
Very proud of it, and I've said before to other people that it's something that might if you hear about it or you don't know what it is, it might seem like ridiculously pretentious, but it's really the total.
We're the ones that developed the suit.
It's the No, it really was the total opposite. It just was this complete natural process that was just a lot of fun, and if it didn't work out, we would have just abandoned ship, and it would have been what it was. But
it
came together.
Yeah, it really just it flowed organically. It really only took us about like 3-4 months to do totally.
You guys recorded everything live for the most part, right?
We did.
Yeah.
We recorded everything
in the
except for
Batcave, man.
the vocals.
Right
yeah,
here,
actually in
right
this
in this
room
room.
to try to capture what we really sound like.
Yeah. We did it on an all-nighter too. We do a lot of
It was myself and Pat and Joe, the bass player, and at the time our guitarist Ryan, who helped us write, is on the recording, did a great job, and now we have our buddy Scotty playing guitar. He's doing an awesome job too. So
he's shred.
We've been fortunate to have 2 great guitar players, and one on the record and one who's shredding live. So it's really good.
Yeah, it's been
awesome.
It was a crazy process the whole way through.
Sounds awesome. I heard it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Both. I guess one last thing you can say is where can we see? There's a record release coming up, right?
There's a record release Saturday. Saturday, we're doing the record release show for the Benedict Arnold Trade School presents The Baker's Dozology, which is what it goes off as, at the Stanhope House in Stanhope. Dead Unicorn, one of my new favorite bands, is playing, as well as this awesome bluegrass band called Rusty Wheel. So it should be a great time. Everybody should come out, have a good time, get drunk, give us hugs, buy a CD, have fun.
Definitely pick up the CD. Full length, 13 tracks. None of this 10-song cop-out crap.
And it's a rock opera.
So, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you guys.
Thank you,
Thank
Tyler.
you. Underneath.
Your velvet suits are very classy.
Awesome.
Thank you. You guys are
We'll see
very
how it
awesome.
goes.
Thank you.
So, that's it. We didn't really...
Clap for
Alright, thanks guys. Seriously.